Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Now what happens when you mix horology with a weekend trip to Sin City? You get this. This is a Joshua and Sons casino automatic. At first glance it looks like a classic slightly eccentric dress watch, but look closer at the 9 o'clock position. Yes, that is a fully detailed rotating Las Vegas roulette wheel built right into the dial. Now, in a world where watch design can sometimes feel a bit repetitive, this piece throws the rule book out of the window. It's loud, it's mechanical, and it is just fun. But it is actually a timepiece, or it is just a gimmicky fashion watch destined to sit at bottom of your drawer. In this video we are going to do a deep dive review of this unique machine, look at how this roulette wheel actually works, and explore the fascinating, often misunderstood history of the brand behind it, that is Joshua and Sons. Well, let's get into it. So we are looking at a massive 47 stainless steel case. For your reference, that is larger than a standard Seiko Turtle or a Rolex Sea Dweller. It's thick, it's heavy, and it demands attention on the wrist. If you have smaller wrists, this is going to wear like a shield, but if you love a watch with substantial wrist presence, you'll appreciate the heft. Now the case features a polished finish that catches the light nicely, paired with classic curved lugs. It comes on a substantial black leather strap, a very high quality leather strap with an alligator style grain embossing that balances out sporty casino theme with a bit of traditional dress watch style. But let's talk about the star of the show, which is the dial. It's an off-white cream tone with textured, subtle guilloche-like pattern in the center, and at 12 o'clock you have a stylus Roman numeral 12. Now, looking at the measurement, was right around the 47 which is quite big, dial, and then you have the 14 thick, and obviously not a very slim watch. You do have a 22 leather, strap, which will give you plenty of aftermarket choices if you like. But honestly, the strap that came with the watch is a very high quality strap with the butterfly clasp, very nicely made with a Joshua and Sons logo inscribed at the buckle, which is adjustable, and you can open it up. The pin on the buckle adjusts to your size as you want, so that is a very easy and quick way of adjusting. The exhibition back is also very tastefully done. You got nice engraved stainless steel back with the right proportion of look through glass, which shows the automatic movement. And the crown, for the first time I thought it's like a dollar sign, which would have gone very well with the whole theme of the watch. But actually, with a close-up look, I saw it was like JNS, which is Joshua and Sons, for the company of the watch. Obviously there are some numbers engraved there, but I really like that back. It's very nicely done, engraved, and then you have those precision screws to open up the back in case ever you need it open for servicing. So you definitely would appreciate how the watch has been put together, and the strap is the quick release type. So in case you'd like to ever use the actual working roulette wheel, you could either do it wearing, or you could take off the strap and then work it the way you want. So both ways, it works really well. The actual watch is heavy. It's not a very light watch, so you can see that it's been put together very well. So let's talk about the star of the show, the dial. It's an off-white one, cream tone, with the textured subtle guilloche-like pattern in the center. At 12 o'clock you have a stylized Roman numeral 12, but below it is something you don't see every day, a big date complication. Instead of a tiny single window, you have two distinct, prominent, independent date discs that jump independently and clearly. Then you have the offset main time display at 3 o'clock, featured beautifully, with a deep metallic blue alpha hands that provide a gorgeous pop of color against the dial. But the star of the show obviously is the roulette wheel, and it is an actual working one, and it's not a printed one. It actually is a roulette wheel. So the outer track features a standard altering red and black numbers from 1 to 36 plus a green zero, matching a real single zero roulette layout. And in the center, it proudly states Casino Las Vegas. Now, how does it work? Unlike the high-end luxury pieces by Jacob and Company, they also produce a casino tourbillon, which costs hundreds of thousands of dollars and uses a mechanical pusher to spin a tiny ceramic ball. The Joshua and Sons approach is more straightforward and variable for everyday enthusiasts because the roulette disc is integrated into the mechanical movement. So, in a similar thematic watches across the ecosystem, the roulette ring can be engaged via the crown or spins dynamically as part of a auxiliary tracking disc. So when it moves, it creates a spinning wheel effect on your wrist, and that obviously is a great conversation piece. It turns your watch into an instant conversation starter. No matter where I've gone wearing this watch, people have asked, they've stopped, and it's a great conversation starter. You can literally use the watch to break the ice at a party or make simple, red or black decisions on where to go for dinner, or for any other thing that you might want help with. So the winding is pretty straightforward. It's a very smooth winding. The setting of the time is pretty standard, but the interesting part is how the dates are moving. The dates move independently in their own little window, and the real interesting thing is for number one, which is like one, and then you get the first, which is very thoughtfully provided. So in terms of daily wearability, the crystal is a durable mineral glass, and it offers basic water resistance. So this is definitely a dry land watch. It's not a dive watch. The functionality is great. Is it a Swiss certified chronometer? The answer is no. It's an entry-level, reliable automatic movement that has been likely sourced from Asia, who excel in producing high-volume, multi-complication calibers. But it seems like a very customized movement because Joshua and Sons logos have been inscribed on the movement and on the exhibition case back. In terms of wearability, the crystal is durable, like I mentioned. Now, if you look up at the brand online, you'll find they describe their mission as drawing inspiration from music, entertainment, fashion, and sports. They were founded to bridge the gap between bold, high fashion statement designs and accessible pricing. In the watch community, Joshua and Sons is recognized as a brand that isn't afraid to get weird. They specialize in what collectors call bold horology. We aren't talking about conservative heritage driven piece meant to copy a 1950s vintage diver. Joshua and Sons build massive attention grabbing conversation starters. For example, one of their most famous cult classic designs is a triple time zone watch that literally cases three completely separate movements into one watch, combining an automatic main engine with two independent sub quartz movements that let you track multiple time zones simultaneously. So they're often known for these customized watches that differentiate. And this is one of the ones, the casino roulette watch. So you can see that absolutely, there has been eye to detail. It's not that if it's an affordable watch, the eye to detail is missing. The strap is or feels really high quality. You even have JNS logo inscribed on the leather band. The butterfly uh, clasp is a or seems a high grade stainless steel with nice polished look with JNS logo inscribed. And that pin that I'd mentioned is a very neat way to adjust the size that you want. So it's not a very complicated way of opening a traditional watch, setting up different links. If it's a metal one or a leather, you basically try to cut the size or purchase a size that you'd want. Here you just have to adjust based on your wrist size. And honestly, the leather strap on this watch is pretty soft, so it gives you that nice curvy feel, not edged rounds. In some watches, you have a good leather strap, but it's not of the soft variety. This one is. So you can see this is a little bit big for my wrist, but like I said, this is a great conversation starter, and this is what prompted me to purchase this watch in the first place. Honestly, I should have worn this watch a lot more than I had thought. I haven't worn this watch a lot. I have worn it to some dinner parties or gatherings, and it's been a great conversation piece. That I'll say. But have I worn to a board meeting or something to that equivalent? The answer is no. Now, finally, I was able to get the roulette wheel going because there's a way to work on it. There you go. So you see that um, and again, it's randomized, so it's not that you can shake it in a way and have it stop on a specific color or number. There is no way to predict that because this is obviously a very randomized movement. So it truly is trying to mimic a classic Las Vegas roulette wheel. Now, would I recommend this watch? Yes, I mean it is a great conversation starter. It is or has been built and put together very well. And if you like unique watches, then definitely this should be part of your collection. Based on the affordability point, I mean it's not a very expensive watch. Definitely, I think if I remember, didn't pay more than 150 $200. It was in that range. So, and in today's world, you don't get great automatic watches, entry level automatic watches in that price range, and this is rather unique watch, and that is something which at least inspired or motivated me to purchase one. So if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more unique watch reviews, and I'll see you in the next video. Now wear your watches in good health and peace.